Welcome everyone. Today we have a very special build guide and also dungeon clear guide for Diablo 4. As you guys can see behind me, I have just unlocked World Difficulty 4, and if you look closely, I'm currently on level 58. So what I want to do in this video is, I want to show you guys a build, a combination, and also a guide focused on clearing World Difficulty 4 or into World Difficulty 4 with some very basic gears and also combination uses of the teamwork and also a supporting Barbarian build. Now before we go to the next part, this is a small spoiler warning because I'll be showing the Capstone dungeon for the level 70 dungeon with the party members over here. So I want to warn you guys before you see the boss, but you're not missing anything guys. The only thing you're missing is a few extra deaths. Yeah, you'll be dying a lot. So what I want to show you guys as a teaser and also a trailer is you got to see the party synergy and also the team we're running. I die instantly, right? So we're trying the Capstone dungeon for level 70, and yes, we don't have any strong players. We're all players that is highest level is 61. Everyone is kind of under level, everyone's under geared, but we're still trying to do the dungeon. So what I want to show you guys is that you can still kind of cheese the dungeon and do this properly because of certain build and also synergies with different classes. And yeah, I'll just briefly show you guys. You'll die actually a lot. So here I will show you. So here we're like, we got the boss done to half bar, right? We're like, yay, half bar. And I'll just show you. It's not easy. So this is not some kind of high level player that carries us. This is all the players that haven't done the the level 70 dungeon before, and we're all trying to explore ways to do the dungeon. And yep, we didn't pass, by the way. So I want to show you guys in this video how to pass the dungeon with a special build. And then I also want to show you guys how to farm World Difficulty 4 with, very low level. I'm level 58 with very basic gears, which I show you at the end of the video. You got to see very basic gears. And I'm fighting level 73 monsters, and I can still do the event. So at the end of the video, I'll briefly show you guys what to do once you get to levels, level 70 of the World 4 very quickly. And you got to see we get some decent loots. So I'll show you guys the loots over here, and here I actually cleared on the the mastery difficulty. I got a secret chest armor, and also we got an ancestral war axe, which is actually amazing. So two parts of this video. The first part, we're looking into a guide of how to get to World Difficulty 4 quickly with Barbarian as a supporting build. And the second part of the guide, I'll show you guys how to make use of the availability of World Difficulty 4, what you can do with underleveled and also undergeared. This is like a really powerful weapon. This is compared to mine, this is like 792 item level. And you get a massive power spike, right after level 60. This is a level 60 gear. So yeah, I'm really excited to share this build and also this guide with you guys. Now, similar to all of our build videos, I'll be working with Mobalytics and also provide you guys with a cheat sheet of the summary of the spells and also the abilities and also the choice of legendaries. So make sure you guys check the links below, and we'll be updating this build for you guys very soon. Now, as a reminder, if you guys do want to see my items, make sure you check at the end of the video, which I have a small replay clip to show you guys a bit of the boss fight, a bit of my gears, and everything that's related to this build. So right away when you come over to the the replays, what you're going to see is we're going to briefly talk about fighting the boss, and then I explain the choices of my legendaries and also my my choices of skill tree. So because you kind of want to see the boss and know what is happening, the boss deals a lot of damage because you're underleveled and your gears does not have enough resistance, does not have enough defense capacities. And here you can see that we're dying a lot. So what I'll do is I'll try to fast forward to a run that is actually successful so that you guys don't see us just dying a lot. And basically I actually took some, and I have been doing it live during the fight to test my gears and also trying different skill passives just to try to get past the boss. And I think I have eventually got a method that works. So what you want to see is in this fight, we have 2 barbarians, 1 rogue and also 1 sorceress. And yes guys, I do recommend finding a party or a group of players to do the Capstone dungeon for level 70. Now it is optional to find a very strong player to carry you through this, but we don't have any of those players at the moment in the game, right? And if you guys do want to find a group, we do have a Discord channel available. Come over here. Even if you don't have a spot in the guild because we're a little full on the claims, you can still join and we'll play together. If you're in the Discord, we'll be sharing lots of guides and a lot of ways to make a party and also do different farms and also pass different levels. So coming back to the guide of passing the boss, what you want to notice is the two Barbarians were still going with the shot build, and yes, this is the Barbarian build after the nerf of the shot. So what I want to show you guys is you can see that my ring I'm using, this is the shot ring that got nerfed, with only 6 maximum seconds of cooldown reduction, and before it was 5 seconds, now it's 1.8 seconds. Notice that the boss actually have a bar that you can stun the boss, and this is the center and also core of my build. There's two things the Barbarians are doing. We're basically shouting to provide buffs, synergies, defensive capacities, movement speed, resource, and also I'm trying to stun the boss with my blunt weapon. And notice that the boss will be stunned multiple times. As long as you can survive one punch from the boss, we'll stun the boss multiple times, and this allows the sources and also the rogue to do damage. So notice after one stun, the boss is down to half HP, right? And I'll fast forward quickly a little bit. As a Barbarian, you're very squishy here. So you want to get close to range, but when you get to close range, you die almost in one shot. As long as you don't die in one shot, you can do this method. So notice, boss was down to half HP, and within a few seconds, we were able to stun the boss again. So the synergy of the combination is we're trying to stun the boss multiple times, and when the boss is stunned, he takes more damage. Now, of course, when the boss is stunned, he also doesn't do damage to you, right? So the focus of the build is try to stun the boss, stay alive, keep the party buffed up, and then kill the boss. And I'll just show you guys quickly. There is a small boss mechanics over here that you basically dodge the fire wave, right? And yeah, we managed to stun the boss twice, and we have just enough damage to kill the boss before the third stun. Now you can see that even if we didn't have enough damage, if you do this correctly, notice that we were about to stun the boss again, right? So you can stun the boss multiple times, and this really removes a lot of mechanics and lets you kind of cheese your way into World Tier 4. So coming over to a character over here, I'm sure you guys are very interested of my build, and I'll briefly explain. I'll be using a blunt weapon, and the blunt weapon or the bludgeoning weapon. So this weapon will be allow me to stun with a lot of passives and also abilities, and this will be the focus of the build. So if you come over to the skill trees and also paragon levels, you can see that I'm not really going much in paragons. I'm hoping that you guys can have this paragon socketed, because after the shot nerf, any of the cooldown reduction to your shots will be very good. So here I'm going for the shot cooldown reduction by 1.2 seconds. And yes, after the shot nerf, it's a little weaker for Barbarians. Before the shot nerf, you probably just need one Barbarian to be able to do the boss ride. So coming over to my skill tree, it is quite straightforward. We have Lump Strike that provides us with bleeding. We still have Helm of Engine that does a little damage, because I still want to do damage when I fight the boss ride. Now the focus is over here. I'll be going with at least 3 points into Rally Cry, and also its buffs to provide more resource gain, and also at least 1 point into Challenging Shout to provide us with additional Fury. And finally, we get a bit of Fortify with the War Cry. So the triple shot still works after the nerf, you just need to be a little patient and also rotate the shot. Now the bigger highlight of this particular build is this. So all of my shot will cause enemies to deal less damage. In a group, especially boss fight, this will be essential. You'll be trying to rotate your shot and to time your shot so you can constantly debuff enemies with a shot if possible. And because we're actually dying a lot close range, I'm actually having swiftness to provide myself with additional mobility. And just to show you guys the boots over here, this boost also provides with additional mobility and also fortify regeneration. So I'm trying to stay alive while doing my shots, and this is the biggest part for this kind of supporting DPS Barbarian build. Now in terms of the weapon mastery, we're still going with Pip Fighter and also the No Mercy. 1 point into Hamstring provides us with a slow and also increased damage from the slow enemies. Now here we're not going with the Fortify for counter offense, but rather we're going with defensive stance. So we're getting damage reduction when we have Fortify, and the items will provide us with Fortify, and this is quite important as we get Fortify. Now for the ultimate, because I'm not expecting myself to do a lot of damage with any of the other ultimates, I'm using the Core of Engines, and this allows me to kind of have the chance of slowing enemies and also provide us with additional benefits of stunning enemies with one of the engines, and 30% chance to stun enemies for 3 seconds. So this kind of increases the stunning threshold against the boss. Now one of the biggest highlight over here is that I'll be using my bludgeoning weapon, or blunt weapon, and this allows me to have a 30% chance with Lucky Strike to stun the boss for 3.25 seconds, which adds towards the stunning threshold. Now we're going with the Unbridled Ridge just because we want to do some damage. So coming over to the item choices, it is available and it is optional. I'm still keeping the helmet of agent during the fight, but I also had the gloves ready over here to have chance of stunning range enemies and also chances of stunning enemies which have bleeding on them, which will be essential to have more stuns if you need it. Now the choices of aspects for most of the other legendaries are pretty, up to you. If you want to do more damage, go what I have. So I have the skill that increase damage with the primary resource. And also here we have basic skill provide us the core spell to do 20% more damage. As for the amulet, I'm going with defensive capacity, and this allows me to have lots of fortify, which allows me to have damage reduction while fortified. So remember the defensive passives we have, so which is over here, more fortify with damage reduction, and also you need to move fast to dodge out of spells. Now most of the other choices of legendary aspects are pretty straightforward. We're starting with the defensive ones. Now I was a little greedy, I still had an old helmet that provided only 25% of the damage reduction, provide me with armor. So what I want to show you guys is I think I had some really good ones over here. Yeah, I had some of those items that provide me with 40% increased armor. I think I had one more with 50% increased armor. I was a little greedy, I didn't craft it onto them because I thought I might save for later. But it still worked. As long as you don't die in one shot, you can heal up. So after that, as for the chest piece, I had this, unique chest, but I don't know if the boss is counted as the unique monsters. If the boss is counted unique monsters, this is really good. But if it's not, this is, kind of so-so. The damage reduction from bleeding is actually what I wanted. Now we talk about the choice of gloves, and the choices is that you can do more damage with the helmet of engine, or you can pick one of the stunning passives that you can be crafting onto your gloves, and this allows you to stun more often as a supporting build. Now as for the choice of pens, I'm going with basic skills that grants damage reduction, and this is pretty straightforward, you just don't want to die. Finally for the boots, you want to have unstoppable with bonus movement speed, and also you want to roll movement speed on your boots to make sure you survive by dodging out of spells. Now for my two weapons, because I'll be going for the normal attack stunning, I really want a basic spell that gains attack speed. So here I have a 27% attack speed. If I want to go further, I could craft this one on the two-handed weapon too, but at the time I think I had enough. And finally, if I stand still, I'll do up to 30% more damage. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed, it is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering tons of Diablo 4 related topics and also videos and also guides. We'll be looking to the top meta builds, no-meta builds, leveling up, and also Paragon tricks. We're also looking to the latest events and also official updates, and also changes to different characters and also different builds in the game. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also turn the notification on, because a lot of you who are watching the videos have not subscribed. You can see 80% of the viewers who are watching our videos have not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for the latest update for Diablo 4. Now as a basic skill rotation and also choices, what I recommend is the boss actually hits a lot harder, and because it's two barbarians who will be casting shot kind of like not together, but you still want to cast your abilities before you die, that's the concept. The goal is to get as much burst damage done as you can at the start of the fight, and then start up with the stun meter. Notice that once the boss is stunned, you basically have a free ring on him, and this allows most class to deal damage. So even if you don't have the best DPS class, as long as you can stun constantly, and you don't die in one shot, which is important, you can defeat this boss, and this will take you to World Difficulty 4. So everything else, it is pretty straightforward. You dodge the spells, you do not stay close as Barbarian. You keep your distance because you die quickly. You can see over here, right? Because the items are very underleveled. And the key is to play smart, stun the boss, and then do damage when the boss is done. Now you do want to manage your potions slightly, simply because, you only have 9 potions. You can have more potions if you have the pens that give you more potions. And if you manage your potion correctly and pop your potion quickly before you die, you should be okay. Because usually the boss does not hit multiple times, that is massive. It is just one massive hit, and if you survive that, you should be fine. And this is when you have the mobility. So notice that when a boss have like one of the mechanics that does AoE damage in a cone shape, if you have enough movement speed and mobility, you can run away like I do, and this is quite important. Now to show you guys what happens when I kill the boss, we also got a unique item. And we'll wait for it. Ta-da! It is a unique poem. No, it's not a unique poem. It is a unique two-handed axe, not a poem. It is a steel grips unique axe. So let me show you guys the stats. I don't think I'll be using this one. But hey, it's a bonus reward, right? So I was asking the other players that were actually playing with me. And also I want to give a big thank you, a shout out for them for joining and also helping me. So they actually found a guild with Fing and they joined our Discord to chat and also, to find party members and also to play together. Just happened to be, they had a spot open. I was like, I want to try too. And it worked after many, many attempts of dying. So this is the unique item I got for killing the boss. Now, coming over to our final part, I don't think this will be a complete guide if I just teach you guys how to pass for difficulty 4 and not teach you how to farm for your upgraded items, right? So the first thing you do is, let's come over to my account over here. We have talked about this very times. We actually tried in the beta. You change your world difficulty to world difficulty 4, and then you come over to the first act with the main city. You come over to the event spawn location, which is located over here. So this is the main city, this is the event spawn location. And what we do is, same as I do in beta, I'm farming out this event, and we still use the server reset trick. So after clearing out the event, you teleport back to town, and then you can repeat this and change your servers to find more events. Now there will be some event that is more difficult. If you're having trouble to clear those, you can wait for 1 hour, the event will reset into something else. And also do keep in mind, because you're very underleveled, the monsters do hit a lot harder. You need a lot of potions, and you can see I was almost dying multiple times. So it is not easy to clear this yourself solo, but you can do this, because the event difficulty is not too difficult. Even if you fail the event, you still get, at least the normal chest. But if you can, and also get the mastery, you also get additional loot from the chest. So here you see I got a legendary with secret, and also the most important part is that we got ancestral gears. That's going to be a massive upgrade once I get to level 60. So yeah, just to show you guys the massive upgrade, you can see the item I was using previously was Axe, right? And you can see this particular Axe is massively stronger, right? So notice the damage difference. So yes, there's a lot of good upgrades if you do this correctly, and you can be farming this even multiple times. Just be patient and look for those golden drops. Now, while farming an event while you're underleveled in World Tier 4, you can also be looking on your minimap to see there is an active Legion event. And this is like a jackpot when you find this one in World Difficulty 4 when you're underleveled. So here I have a recording of me finding one of those. So what you do is you just run over it. And here this is the same build. This is the same gear, same build I showed to you guys. Even all the stats are the same. And what I want to show you guys is, yes, there will be players that is going to participate in the Legion event, and that is going to be the World Difficulty 4. And you can see that when the event starts, we actually have no difficulty clearing the boss. Because this is going to be a group event, my build and also my shouts and also my abilities is actually really good. So I quickly fast forward a little bit, and I'll show you guys is that we're able to do the event with all the masteries. So we killed all the 3 elites. Now do keep in mind, because you're a little squishy for being underleveled, your abilities and goals is to stun enemies, providing shots, and also providing buffs for your team, and also not dying. And finally, you come over here and kill the boss. So I'll show you guys a little bit. So yes, what you want to do is, you want to be looking out for the Legion event and World Difficulty 4, and this will give you a jackpot of bonus items. Unfortunately, I didn't get any enchant item this time, but I'll be looking out for those events as I farm my, random events at the location. Now before you go, and if you guys didn't know, we have a new YouTube channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and check out the behind the scenes and also fun clips and also more stories about us. And then you get to know me a little more personally instead of just reading the news and also the games, right? So I want to share a little bit more with you guys. So make sure you check this channel out if you're interested about Matt and also Uni. She's really funny too, and she's really shy. So I want to give her a surprise and do a shout out for the new channel to get some subscribers. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.